Building upon her groundbreaking status, Lena Horne's story also reveals intriguing personal struggles, including her relationship with her mother, and her choices in love and marriage. Her mother, a strict and ambitious woman, often pushed Lena to succeed while harboring jealousy and rivalry that fueled tensions deep within their relationship. This jealousy extended beyond her mother's feelings towards Lena's career, influencing Lena's own views on relationships and success. Lena's pursuit of love was often complicated by her desire for independence and her awareness of societal expectations. Her marriage choices reflected her attempts to balance personal happiness with the pressure to conform, sometimes leading to feelings of betrayal or disappointment. Throughout her life, Lena's experiences with her mother and her own aspirations intertwined, shaping her into a resilient woman who fought against stereotypes both in her career and her personal life. These complex relationships and inner conflicts added layers to her personality, making her not only a talented performer, but also a woman who navigated the tricky waters of family loyalty, love, and ambition. Despite her undeniable talent and beauty, Lena Horne faced many struggles behind her fame that shaped her life in profound ways. From the beginning of her career, she encountered discrimination because of her race, which made her feel isolated and different from many of her peers. Hollywood, a place that celebrated her beauty and talent, also limited her by offering only narrow roles suited for black actresses, roles that rarely showcased her true abilities or personality. This created a lot of frustration and sadness, leading Lena to feel the weight of being confined by stereotypes and expectations. The constant battle to find meaningful work and equal respect often caused her to feel depressed, and at times she chose to walk away from Hollywood altogether. Each time she left, she faced the challenge of balancing her desire for a career with the pain caused by the unfair treatment she received. Later in her life, Lena looked back on these experiences with pride because she knew she had broken barriers and opened doors for others. However, she also felt a sense of regret because she understood that her success came with personal sacrifices that many people could not see or understand. She recognized that her journey was marked by both victories and hardships, and that her resilience came from the struggles she endured behind the scenes. Through it all, Lena remained proud of her contributions to music and film, despite the costs, and her story continues to inspire others to stand strong against injustice. Certainly, despite her remarkable talent and beauty, Lena Horne faced many struggles within her family that shaped her life in profound ways. Her relationship with her mother, Edna, was complicated and often heartbreaking. Edna was a woman full of ambition and dreams of fame. She constantly sought recognition and success, sometimes putting her desire for fame ahead of her daughter's emotional needs. This created a difficult environment for Lena as a child. Edna was often absent during Lena's early years, which forced her to grow up quickly and learn to take care of herself. This early independence left deep emotional scars that stayed with her throughout her life. As Lena's career began to succeed and her fame grew, her mother's ambition did not diminish. Instead, Edna tried to take advantage of Lena's success for her own benefit. She would threaten Lena with blackmail and use her influence to try to control her daughter. Lena, who had already endured her mother's absence and emotional pain, felt betrayed and abandoned by the one person she should have been able to trust. The betrayal cut deeply, adding more pain to Lena's already difficult life. This strained and complex relationship made Lena's journey even harder. It affected her feelings about family, trust, and her own identity. Despite these family tensions, Lena Horne became an inspiring and talented performer, but her past hardships remained a part of her story. She often carried the emotional scars of her family struggles quietly, showing strength and resilience to the world. Her life was a testament to overcoming personal pain while continuing to pursue her dreams and make her mark in the music and entertainment world. Initially, Lena Horne faced significant challenges in Hollywood because of her light skin tone. The film industry at that time believed that her appearance did not fit the typical image of a black actress, so they often encouraged her to darken her skin using makeup. This was a common practice in Hollywood, where studios would alter actresses' appearances to conform to stereotypes and expectations. For Lena, this meant wearing makeup that made her appear darker, which was meant to attract audiences who wanted to see a dark beauty, as the studios labeled her. However, this practice also caused confusion and mixed reactions among audiences. Some black audiences appreciated her beauty and talent, but others felt uncomfortable because her presence seemed superficial or inauthentic. White audiences, on the other hand, were often puzzled or even suspicious, questioning whether she was truly black or simply passing for one. This constant effort to mold her identity created a sense of isolation for Lena, as she was caught between different perceptions of race and beauty. Hollywood's desire to control and define her image reflected a larger pattern of hypocrisy and misunderstanding about black identity. The industry's superficial approach to race meant Lena had to constantly hide her true self behind makeup and false appearances. She was forced to navigate a narrow space where her true identity was often ignored or distorted, left questioning her place in Hollywood and in society. This ongoing struggle with her image was part of Hollywood's broader identity crisis at the time, as the industry wrestled with its own prejudices and the desire to profit from stereotypes. Lena Horne's experience exemplifies how Hollywood's efforts to shape and control black identity often did more harm than good, creating a confusing and sometimes painful situation for artists trying to stay true to themselves. Additionally, Lena Horne's journey in Hollywood was filled with many struggles due to discrimination. From the start of her career, she faced rejection and prejudice simply because of her race. The MGM hair and makeup department, which was responsible for helping actresses look their best on screen, initially refused to work with her. They were unwilling to style her hair or provide makeup services because they did not believe she fit the typical standards of beauty or expected appearance for a Hollywood star. This attitude was a clear reflection of the discrimination she faced from the industry. Throughout her time in Hollywood, Lena endured countless microaggressions, which are subtle but harmful acts of racism. For example, her appearance was often scrutinized unfairly, and she was made to feel like an outsider even though her hair was fine and similar to that of many white actresses. Still, she was seen as an anomaly because of her race, which made her repeatedly stand out in a negative way. However, despite these challenges, some prominent figures in MGM, like the talented hairdresser Sidney Gillow, stepped in to support her. Gillow and others treated Lena with the respect she deserved, offering her kindness and understanding that contrasted with the prejudice she encountered elsewhere. Her resilience and perseverance helped her confront these difficulties, allowing her to continue her career despite the prejudice that sometimes clouded her path. Yet, the discrimination Lena experienced left an indelible mark on her mental and emotional health, shaping her strength and determination. She refused to be broken by the unfair treatment and used her experiences as fuel for her passion and her fight for justice. Her story is one of courage, showing how external barriers and prejudice could be challenged through inner strength. Despite the numerous obstacles faced, Lena Horne continued to shine and inspire others with her talent, resilience, and dignity. Despite facing many challenges in her life, Lena Horne always maintained a unique and elegant sense of style that made her stand out. She was known for her glossy red lipstick that emphasized her lips, her carefully styled up deos that added to her polished look, and her natural makeup that enhanced her beauty without hiding it. Her style was more than just fashion, it was a statement of confidence and grace. Recognizing her influence, Lena Horne decided to create her own cosmetics line called Lena Horne Cosmetics. This line was especially important because it included products designed specifically for black women, helping them celebrate their beauty in ways that Hollywood often overlooked. Her choice to launch her own line was a bold move during that time, reflecting her desire to challenge and change narrow Hollywood standards that only recognize certain kinds of beauty. Lena's efforts went beyond her films and performances. She became a role model for black women, encouraging them to embrace their natural features and feel proud of their looks. Through her beauty and legacy, Lena Horne showed that beauty is diverse and personal, and she used her platform to uplift and inspire others to see their own worth. Her impact continues to influence beauty culture today, as she remains a symbol of elegance, strength, and authenticity. Because of her challenging childhood, Lena Horne experienced a life filled with instability and loneliness from an early age. She often had to move from one relative to another because her parents were rarely present. Her father, a gambler, and her mother, an aspiring actress, would leave Lena behind, which meant she was often left to be raised by her grandparents. These constant changes made her feel like she never truly belonged anywhere, and created a deep sense of loss and abandonment. She never had a stable home to grow up in, which made her world seem uncertain and unpredictable. Despite the difficulties, her grandparents tried to give her some stability and love, and they became the only consistent part of her early life. However, the effects of moving so much stayed with her as she grew older, shaping how she looked at the world and helping her develop a strong sense of resilience. These early hardships pushed her to find strength within herself and influenced her entire life and career. Lena's experience of overcoming these obstacles reflected her ability to face challenges with courage and determination, qualities that helped her succeed in her work and personal life. Her challenging childhood remained a part of her story, showing how early hardships can leave a lasting impact, but also teach important lessons about perseverance. Since her childhood, Lena Horne's grandparents played a vital role in shaping her personality and values. Her grandmother, in particular, was a dedicated advocate for civil rights, and she made sure Lena understood the importance of standing up for what is right. Through her grandmother, Lena learned about influential organizations such as the NAACP and the Urban League, which fought for equality and justice. This early exposure sparked a deep passion in Lena for social justice issues, and she grew up with a strong sense of pride in her heritage. Her grandmother's stories and actions taught her that fighting for equality was not just a duty, but a way to honor her roots and serve her community. As Lena grew older and became a singer and actress, her commitment to civil rights remained a central part of her life. She used her voice and fame to speak out against discrimination and injustice, inspired by the example set by her grandparents. Their influence provided her with a firm foundation, giving her strength and purpose when she faced the difficulties of breaking barriers in the entertainment industry and advocating for change. Lena Horne's dedication to civil rights, driven by her grandparents' teachings, exemplifies how family roots can shape a person's life and legacy. Because of Hollywood's limitations, Lena Horne faced many obstacles despite her talent and popularity. While she broke barriers by becoming a famous singer and actress, her roles were often small and easy to cut out. Directors would include her in scenes mainly as part of musical numbers that could stand alone. This meant that she rarely received speaking roles or parts that showed her acting skills in a deep or meaningful way. Instead, her scenes were usually isolated segments focusing on her singing, which allowed Hollywood to remove her completely if needed. This practice was a way for the industry to avoid fully including black talent in films. It reflected the racial prejudices that were common at the time, showing how Hollywood was reluctant to give black performers equal opportunities. Lena's struggle for more meaningful roles was not just about her career, but also about fighting against a system that often ignored or minimized black talent. Her experience highlights how the industry's deep-seated issues with race and representation kept talented performers like Lena from reaching their full potential. Despite these restrictions, Lena Horne remained an important figure and a symbol of resilience in the face of racial limitations placed by Hollywood, which tried to control her presence on screen through editing and limited parts. Her story reveals the ongoing challenges black actors faced and still face in fighting for recognition and respect in a system built on racial inequality. Despite the many successes Lena Horne achieved in her career as a singer and actress, her personal life was often marked by controversy and courage. She married Lenny Hayton, who was a musical director at MGM, and their union was considered groundbreaking at the time. Because Lena and Lenny were an interracial couple, their marriage faced intense scrutiny from both black and white communities. Society at that time held strict racial norms, and many people disapproved of their relationship. Lena herself admitted that a part of her motivation for marrying Lenny was to challenge and break down racial barriers in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. She wanted to show that love could transcend race and challenge existing prejudices. Their marriage was kept secret at first, a private act of defiance against the societal norms of that era. Over time, Lena grew to love Lenny genuinely, and their bond became stronger. Despite the external pressure and discrimination they faced, Lenny was always there to support Lena, especially during difficult times in her career. Their relationship was not only about love, but also about standing up for what was right, defying unjust conventions. They faced many challenges together, from societal backlash to personal struggles, but their partnership stood as a symbol of resilience, hope, and mutual respect. Their story remains a powerful example of how love can challenge societal barriers and change perceptions, even in the face of adversity. Initially, outside Hollywood, Lena Horne dedicated herself wholeheartedly to civil rights activism. She believed that her platform as a well-known entertainer could be used to challenge racial injustice. Whenever she was asked to perform for segregated audiences, she refused, standing firm for equality and dignity for all people. Her refusal was a clear statement against segregation and discrimination. Moreover, she worked closely with influential figures like Eleanor Roosevelt to push for important laws to prevent lynching and protect Black Americans from racial violence. Lena also played a significant role in history by speaking at the March on Washington, a major event in the struggle for civil rights, where thousands gathered to demand justice. Her advocacy went beyond speeches. She continuously spoke out for greater Black representation in entertainment and society, emphasizing the importance of equal rights and opportunities. Lena's unwavering commitment to civil rights made her an important voice in the movement. She used her fame to support causes she believed in, inspiring others and helping to shape the fight for justice on a national level. Her actions showed that she was determined to help change unfair systems and improve the lives of Black Americans. Through her efforts, Lena Horne became not only a star in entertainment, but also a powerful advocate for human rights and equality. Her legacy as a civil rights activist remains an inspiring part of her story, demonstrating how influence and courage can bring about social change. After facing challenges in Hollywood, Lena Horne turned to the nightclub scene, where she found a new level of success. She became one of the most popular entertainers of her time, performing at many famous and prestigious venues around the world. Her talent and charm drew large audiences everywhere she went. One of her most notable recordings was a live album made at the Waldorf Astoria, a luxurious hotel in New York City. This album became a huge hit and was recognized as the best-selling record by a female artist on the RCA Victor label. Performing in nightclubs gave Lena the freedom to express her artistry fully, without the restrictions often found in Hollywood. She was able to develop a strong, loyal following of fans who appreciated her voice, charisma, and stage presence. Her success in nightclubs helped her stand out and made her an enduring figure in both music and entertainment. Over the years, her performances gained respect and admiration from critics and audiences alike. Her nightclub career was an important part of her legacy, showing that she could succeed on her own terms and inspiring future generations. Lena's ability to adapt and thrive in this live venue solidified her status as a beloved and influential artist. She proved that talent and perseverance could lead to lasting success outside of Hollywood's glare. Her performances, especially at nightclubs, became a symbol of her resilience and her deeply rooted connection with her fans. Her success story in the nightclub world demonstrates her skill at captivating audiences and her importance in the history of entertainment. Since then, Lena Horne's legacy has continued to inspire discussions about race and identity, especially as her later family descendants showed fewer Black features due to interracial marriages. This change sparked debates about racial heritage and cultural roots, making some wonder if her family's mixed background diluted her connection to Black identity. Despite these questions, Lena's influence goes far beyond appearances. She is remembered as a symbol of perseverance, grace, and resilience, showing that a person's worth cannot be judged solely by looks. Her life story underscores the complexities of identity within the Black community and highlights how individual choices and personal meanings shape one's sense of self and legacy. Many people see her as proof that true identity is more than just physical features. It is about strength, determination, and standing firm in your beliefs. Lena's example encourages others to embrace their true selves and understand that their heritage is a rich and layered part of who they are. Her journey illustrates how personal and cultural identity can evolve, and how each person has the power to define their own legacy, regardless of external appearances or expectations. Her story remains a powerful reminder that identity is a deeply personal matter, and its true meaning is shaped by perseverance and inner strength. Throughout the video titled Lena Horne's Hypergamy and Her Jealous Mother, we see how Lena's life was deeply influenced by her mother's strong personality and hidden feelings of envy. Her mother, who wanted Lena to succeed, also felt threatened by her daughter's rising fame and beauty, which created tension and rivalry in their relationship. This jealousy affected Lena's choices in love and marriage, as she often struggled to find a balance between her desire for personal happiness and her mother's disapproval. Despite these challenges, Lena showed resilience, continuing to shine as a talented performer while fighting against stereotypes and expectations. Her story highlights the complex ways family relationships and personal ambitions can shape a person's life. Her experiences remind us that success often comes with struggles, and that strength can be found in overcoming personal and external obstacles. As we reflect on her journey, it becomes clear that Lena Horne was not only a star on stage, but also a woman who fought to stay true to herself amid complex family dynamics and societal pressures.